Is it safe to give my child things with artificial sweeteners in it? This is a question that I get asked frequently in clinic. I'm Dr. Altapeter. I'm board certified in pediatric GI and obesity medicine, and I work with families who are trying to help their kids that might have a weight issue. So, first of all, I think it's important to acknowledge that artificial sweeteners generally have been shown to be safe. There's a lot of fear-mongering out there, and there have been rumors over the years that they cause cancer and this and that, but in truth, there's a huge body of data over 50 plus years really showing that these chemical sweeteners are safe. So that's a good thing. On the flip side, I do ask parents to try to use these things judiciously and really think about what is your goal with introducing things that have artificial sweeteners in it. And really the reason for that is because most of the time, if we're adding foods that have artificial sweeteners, we're adding more processed foods. And at a high level, we know that the more ultra-processed foods that we're eating, the worse off that is for our health generally. So I think you really have to think about, why are you using it and what's the outcome going to be? So for example, for a child that maybe has been drinking a lot of calorie-containing beverages, right? They're drinking sports drinks and juice and whatnot throughout the day. One of the first things I ask families to try to do is to get rid of any calories that we're drinking, right? Our kids should drink milk and water and really nothing else with calories. So that's sometimes an easy thing that we can do to reduce excessive calorie intake without really restricting a lot of what the child's eating throughout the day. So for someone like that, if they're telling me that, yes, that's my kid, he's drinking all of these sweet things, and this child won't drink water, then replacing some of those beverages with a calorie-free, sports drink, zero, or something like that, I would be very comfortable with that. Hopefully over time, we can work towards them drinking more plain water. But in the meantime, that's a good swap. It's going to give you a good bang for your buck. On the flip side, if we're just adding foods that are, sugar-free, because we think that that's a nice way to give treats and things, that may not be helpful if the goal is weight loss. Because, for the most part, when we're talking about foods that are sugar-free, they do have calories still, right? And so now we're introducing more ultra-processed foods into this child's diet that they might not even have been seeking in the first place. And, so we think we're helping, we're giving you a treat by here's a sugar-free cookies or, low sugar, whatever it is. But in actuality, now we're adding more of these highly processed foods, oftentimes which are engineered to make people want to eat more of them. And so those types of additions to the diet or swaps may not actually be super helpful in helping the child to eat fewer calories throughout the day.